the spur of the moment, I decide to support a fundraiser. There's a photo shoot there, and it captures a memorable milestone for me. I get the pictures. I am radiant in front of a yellow background, shirtless, arms at my side, smiling. I am warmed up, encouraged by the photographer and my friend. My not quite repigmented nipple grafts are bubblegum pink in the center, surrounded by an inconsistent ring of proper black boy areolas. Despite looking damn good and put together, my eyes are heavy, somewhere else entirely. A few weeks later, I am sobbing on the floor of my childhood bedroom, calling Trans Lifeline. Suicide isn't necessarily a desire to die. It's an admission that something is unbearable and needs to change. It is the alarm bell. Doesn't mean you gotta do anything immediately. I call 3 times, no answer. The realization that there are too many people like me, like this, wins me. In a few days, I am in a waiting room, reading through a heavy clipboard of documents. I am sworn to confidentiality, punctuality, self-monitoring, and avoiding inappropriate language. Group members are not to touch one another, exchange gifts of monetary value, carry sharp instruments, or have substances. We are supposed to, quote, deal with difficulty within the group, end quote. In the moment, as it happens. I sign documents informing me they can send cops to my home for a wellness check. And so begins the partial hospitalization program for LGBTQ people, where from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., Monday through Friday, a varying number of us do 5 sessions of group therapy daily, in addition to individualized care. We end up calling it Feeling School. I only see white people at Feeling School, and I pray some of them are at least trans. I zero in on the Black person also looking out of place. We make eye contact and some attempt at a smile. Neither of us want to be here. There aren't that many POC patients, no staff of color, even fewer Black trans people. The 2 I meet on their first days, I want to protect. To tell them that this place can't hold all of them and that it's no failing of their own. I say hi and sit near them, close enough. It's morning check-in, and the few patients of color are calling the staff out on repeatedly allowing racial and classist microaggressions to go on without intervention. The comfort and quality of care for trans folks in POC was the price of assuming good intent and open discussion. I am shaking with anger and vulnerability from being so confrontational. Money compromises a therapeutic environment. How do we create important mental health spaces where people can keep their dignity and autonomy? My boundaries get stronger when I speak up. I learn to hold the duality simultaneously. 1, these are trained professionals here to help me. And 2, I am the expert in what I'm experiencing. I am able to discern what is relevant to me. Being a mentally ill teenager, I had been going along with what practitioners of mental health with their certifications and degrees said. Now I've learned to trust myself. I resolved to stop making myself feel bad when the program showed just how ill-equipped it is to serve Black trans people as whole patients. Another morning check-in. We report on our evenings, rate our mood, and report on the goals we set before. One of my peers, Jay, shows us 2 crocheted hedgehogs, 1 in each hand. The room is smitten. At the end of the day, I slyly asked Jay if I could order a commission. They let me hold one, and the heft of the beans in the hand-sized hedgehog calms me. She won't sell them, they shrug. Just keeps making them and giving them to me. We head to our next group. I become teary at my friends' ceremonies, proud and sad. Sometimes I know insurance decided they were well enough. People who didn't have coverage left with massive debt or didn't get what they needed. That makes me cry too. Graduation comes for me, finally. A lunchtime ritual where feeling school grads get a silicone wristband, a certificate, and a few minutes of appreciation from the group. I hear my name and several people raise their hands to speak. T, an older trans man of color who had become a bubble of safety and comfort, stands up nervously to read a poem written on the loose leaf paper they give us in program. At the end of the day, you came over my way. I wondered what you were going to say. What you said brightened my day. You said I gave you hope to have a family one day, but it's okay for now to have a pet anyway. I thought to myself, this guy's well on his way. Barely holding myself together, T's poem breaks me open. It's incredible how much more clearly you can see yourself through the lens of someone else. I think about my dog nieces and nephews. They also reflect back to me what they love about me without the constant murmur of my inadequacy. I now consider that the murmur is not necessarily true. At the end of my last day, Jay tells me to meet them off to the side. Make sure no one sees this. They shove something soft and dense into my hands. Here, I know how much you liked them. Congratulations and good luck. It's one of the best gifts that I've ever been given because it took me completely by surprise. It reminds me of the power of trans folks to make what we need out of what we have, and how that's consistently a theme in my life. I name him Hedgie. He has no monetary value, but remains precious, appreciating each year I am in recovery. Thank you.
Come on, Eddie.
Thank you, Eddie. Thank you.